We're tracking a return of some summer-like conditions heading into the work week. That's thanks to this upper-level wind pattern bringing in a lot of southern air. We see that at the surface as well with these southerly winds. It's just going to continue to update over the morning with maybe these increasing wind speeds throughout the day. We're going to see these reaching the teens pretty early on. I think we'll really get some gusts into about 20 to maybe 25 miles per hour later on this afternoon. Not going to be too bad to worry about, but it's maybe going to help us feel a little bit cooler even as some summer-like temperatures return to the area. Started out pretty cool this morning in the 50s again, but we are warming up very fast, getting back into the 80s before noon, and then we'll warm close to 90 degrees later on today. Maybe not quite reaching that, maybe just in those upper 80s, but definitely getting close to that for these next couple of days. As we head into tomorrow morning, we'll be about 10 degrees warmer back in the 60s, but by the afternoon, that's where we definitely hit those 90s. We'll be in the low 90s all afternoon long, so make sure if you'll be out for too long to just stay hydrated, and we'll see plenty of sunshine, so maybe while this warmth is back, just want to enjoy some of the outdoor conditions here. We'll be kind of playing around with some records across the area, though. The record high in Columbia for Monday is going to be 93 degrees. That was set almost 125 years ago. Definitely got a good shot at breaking it, so we'll keep our eye on that as those warmer temperatures are tracking back in. We'll already see that this afternoon. I don't think we'll quite get the 90s just yet. We don't have really that direct southerly flow quite in mid-Missouri just yet, but again, this is expected to continue into Monday. That's where we get more moisture, and we're also going to track this dry front moving through the area, not actually bringing any rain chances. It's not going to have any moisture or really a lot of energy to work with, but it's going to pass through here and maybe just knock some of those winds down into the afternoon. Still not changing that forecast at all. Once it's out, we're back in the 90s again into Tuesday, maybe even a degree or two warmer as these winds continue to funnel almost directly out of the south by that point. That's what's really keeping us warm. This lasts all through the middle of the week. By Wednesday, we'll see this pattern shifting a little bit, but this is Thursday morning. We are still staying warm in those 60s throughout the morning and maybe tracking our next disturbance getting closer to the area. We'll see how that changes the forecast, still pretty far out, but are going to be tracking a couple of cooler temperatures heading into the weekend. It looks like those rain chances will bump those temperatures down a couple degrees each day, finally putting us back still seasonally warm, but a little bit cooler into the lower 80s next weekend. Also still tracking pretty active weather out in the Atlantic. We've got next hurricane of the season at a category 4 right now with winds almost at 150 miles per hour. Definitely looking very intense out there, but still looking like it's going to be missing most of the mainland here. We're going to be seeing this continuing to move out to the west, but finally taking a turn north as it gets closer to the coast, and they're going to continue to keep their eye on this, but looking pretty confident that this is going to be missing us. All of these models continue to point to this turning to the north, so luckily it does look like we are going to be missing most of those impacts as it gets closer to the coast.